Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Chloe.
And this is Chloe and the Y. Today we have a special guest. We talked about him a lot on our first episode,
really
actually.
did.
And so we were like going over who should we bring in.
It only felt natural.
It felt so natural to bring in Adam.
Hi,
Adam
guys.
Mitchell.
What is up?
So actually, Adam, you should start by, we've kind of introduced you by
We've talked about you a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. All right.
and you'll have to wait until the first episode
To see what you've said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
But you should introduce yourself in your own way.
What do you guys not know about me already? I've been doing music since I was like 13. I played my first show when I was 13. I'm 35 now. I've produced music. I've been in metal bands. I've been in pop bands. Moved to Nashville twice, and then I've got to create some music with some wonderful people. Just happens to be both of you.
You've been in bands with two of your favorite people.
Oh, we
They
don't need to
happen
talk.
be
No,
saying
we
it.
don't listen to them. You know what I mean? Don't listen to them. God, I don't know. I've gotten to work with a lot of cool people and
That's so true.
see the U.S. a few times, and I don't know. Yeah,
What was your favorite state that you have gone through for a tour?
I can tell you for certain that Kansas is my least favorite.
I would so agree. That in Wyoming.
So
It's so bad.
Kansas,
Arizona was also pretty bad.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it depends on which part you're in. for
Kansas, we're driving at night to Kansas, right? And everything's on fire.
Oh.
Everything's on. And we didn't know that that's something you do. And so we were like, why
Wait,
is Kansas
Kansas is on fire?
miles?
Oh, you're saying that they intentionally set it on fire.
But we
to-
didn't know that. We're just driving in the middle of the night and see miles of fields just flames.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they do prairie fires, like
Yeah.
controlled ones.
That's
What?
Yeah.
It's pretty standard for like I don't know if agriculture would be the right word, but like it helps it regrow to just
They
burn
also,
it and like
I think,
start
do
over.
it to prevent fires.
That too.
Is this like on that cute little running trail I showed
It
you where
might.
they bring in like the cute little goats?
Oh.
Such a party foul.
They bring in the cute little goats.
Yeah, they bring in the cute little goats that eat.
Wait, what? I'm
don't
so
know.
confused about
They eat the like hay, not the hay, like the grass on the side of the cute running trail. They like get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Okay, what state are we in?
Yep, I don't think.
Okay,
yeah,
it's
that's-
here.
That's not
in
Kansas.
Nashville, and there's
Yeah,
a
but I
running
took
trail?
you the other day.
I didn't see goats.
No, they weren't there when we were there.
So,
Just forget
Okay.
that. We can talk about it later.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to remind me later because I really. Oh, do you mean where we shot promo videos for our songs?
Yeah. And I was telling you how they bring in the goats and then
Yes.
they like eat all the cute little things.
Yeah,
in
so
it.
there's a
Weird.
trail in Nashville, like downtown-ish area, and we went and shot promo videos for our songs that are about to be released. And she was telling me how there's normally they'll put goats there to eat all of the,
So it's kind of like fires in Kansas,
but it's goats.
but it's
a goat
goats
fire.
in Tennessee.
oh my gosh.
I was also gonna ask you what your favorite genre, as far as like what band or project you've worked on, like what is your preferred genre for working on?
I really don't. I feel like I go through phases of like whatever I'm listening to is what I want to work on.
No, that makes sense.
Like I've really been wanting to work on like rock music recently. I don't know why. I've just been in a kick of like listening to old rock music.
I like that.
I feel
Yeah.
that. That's how I've been too.
But yeah, I think it just depends. Like I think I hear a song and I'm like, I have a vision for it, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's one that I love to work on
No, that totally makes sense.
specifically. Yeah.
Well, before we get too deep into this
Yeah.
podcast, we have to do this really important segment.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I'm
really
scared.
important. And the thing is like, what would be a good conversation if we didn't have something to just kind of drink on while we were doing that?
Okay.
So now I brought two options
Sure.
because I know that Adam doesn't drink. So I brought two options for
Okay.
us. So we'll just see. And then Chloe brought an option.
I did.
And so
Okay.
what we're going to do is
Okay.
me and Chloe are going to play rock, paper, scissors, unless you would like to celebrity in for one of us.
Oh.
And act
Oh,
as one
yeah,
of
that's
us.
true.
I want to hear what the problem is.
So what's going to happen is we're going to play rock, paper, scissors,
Okay.
and then whoever wins, that's the drink that we will be sipping on throughout the podcast.
Got you.
So would you like to celebrity in for one of us?
Like I get to see who's drinking what.
You're going to be
Yeah,
participating.
you get to play.
Oh,
and then
okay.
either I won't. Yeah, like you can play Chloe, and then you're playing for me.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or I play for the Y.
Yeah, so why don't you
Yeah.
celebrity in for me,
Oh
and
my
you and
God.
Chloe can play since you're on opposite ends
No,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm so bad at
And
this
it's
game.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Nope.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I already lost.
Okay, so it's me. All right.
I want you to know last time Chloe and I went like 3 times, I swear. Right?
I almost
no, we did.
almost went scissors.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and Chloe matched like 3 times last time. Okay, would you mind getting me the goods?
Are you guys
Wow.
nervous?
Thank
I'm
you
nervous.
so
I'm
much.
very
I appreciate you
nervous.
so much. That one's for Chloe.
Oh, these are delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not here for a bad time. We're only here for a good time.
I don't know. Just
First
way
of
to
all,
drink the
I just
water.
want
Stop it.
everyone
This is not-
to know that
What?
I lost the top of my shaker bottle. So this is why this looks so, I don't know what the right term is, ratchet?
Yeah.
But so
handmade.
handmade.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah. So we're just gonna.
Very creative.
Perfect. I shook it, just so you know, at home. That's not how much you should shake a gin martini, to be clear, which is
It's
what we're
really a
drinking.
gin
Yes, I
martini.
made you a gin martini.
Stop
yeah.
it.
Well, so I'll say why I made this.
Yeah, I guess I didn't want one, so.
Well, I knew you wouldn't want one. That's why I was like, if Adam's going to participate, I need to bring him something different. But earlier, me and Chloe were on the phone, and I was like, I really need a gin martini today. Today's been a day. And she was like, oh, I'm going into a meeting. I can't have a gin martini, but I would give anything to be with you and have a gin martini right now. So I was like, you know what? That's going to be my drink today. Is I'm just going to bring Chloe a gin martini because she didn't get to have one earlier.
Very nice of
Wait,
you.
this is the best day.
I brought olives, but they're just, it's too hard to achieve.
no,
right now.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. That feels hard.
But yeah, so I shook this at
is so
home, and you have to
cute.
know because I did not just sin by shaking a gin martini that much. I swear I shook it at home.
Wait,
Cheers.
cute.
Cheers.
To all of us. Did you already try yours?
I did.
Oh no.
Have you had those, Chloe? The hint?
Yes.
They're very good.
They're so good. The effort that was.
Okay, I have to fix this.
And I
now.
made it extra dirty just for you.
I'm so
Nobody's driving
happy.
home tonight.
Extra dirty, it just means more olive juice, so it's okay. Yeah.
The things you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Adam,
Yep.
normally me and Chloe would like to talk about the things that we've done today, and you
Okay.
actually did something kind of cool today that I feel like people would really
Yeah, I've had a long
want
day.
to know about.
So I do audio for this company called Fort Nash. It's like they do a lot of things, but we work mainly with artists and stuff. And so today we had 4 artists come in and play 2 songs. And the segment we're doing is pretty much to give spotlight to songwriters specifically. And so the songwriters that were on the song would come. One of the artists today, we had I think his name's Kanan Smith. But the song he played, I was like, is this the singer of Augustana? And I actually had to look up who the singer of Augustana was because I thought it was
You were so
that
convinced.
dude. Yeah. And then he sang that and I was like, this is 2 different people singing today. I don't
You're
get
like,
it.
this
Yeah.
is not.
But
That's really cool. I really,
This is so cool.
I was gonna say, I really like that artists are doing that on like Spotify and stuff now
Yeah.
too, where they're like releasing like almost song, like it looks like a song, but it's actually just them talking about the lyrics and like how
Yeah.
they wrote it and stuff. And I love that as an artist because
I did
I'm always
too.
interested to know.
today, like it was crazy how good everybody was today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, this is
We
so
had
cool.
like Lainey,
Oh,
it's a country singer too. Lainey,
I think I know who
dude,
you're
I can't
talking
think of-
about.
I knew her name too.
wait, no, never mind.
Not Lainey Wilson. but-
Definitely not.
I was gonna say, I don't think so.
That's absolutely
Yeah,
what I
not
was
Lainey
thinking.
Wilson.
And then I read the full name and I was like, no, there's
Wait.
no way that's what he's talking
Wait,
about.
I might even still have it pulled up. Gardner? Lainey Gardner? I'd heard
I
her
don't
name
know.
before.
Okay,
She's
I feel
really
like
good,
I've
too.
heard her name too.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's good.
I came straight from there to here with all of you wonderful people. So,
How was your traffic on the road?
dude, we played a game of like, will I run out of gas?
Yep.
'Cause
We love
I
that game.
was like, I need to leave early to get gas on my way. And then I looked at the time and it was an hour and 15 minutes to get there. So I was already 15 minutes late. So I didn't. And then I forgot and got on the freeway and then looked and it was like, you've got like 12 miles. And I said, sure I do.
But then
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, do I really have 12
Do I care?
miles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
do I-
I don't know because Chloe likes to play this game not only with is she going to run out of gas,
Yeah.
but are my tires going to run out of air? Can I go
Yep.
another month without changing my oil?
I play that
Yeah.
one a lot. I like that one. That's fun.
This was my record this last, just like actually a few weeks ago, I went almost 2 years without getting an oil
Oh
change.
my God. Yeah.
And I don't understand how nothing bad ever happens to her cars.
Oh, and I was halfway from here to Atlanta before I knew, like before I found out.
before you realized
that I hadn't had an oil
Like I
change.
might, I'm supposed to get one every 5,000. I might wait till like 6,500.
Oh, yeah, you
maybe
you push it a
7 if
little.
like I just don't want to. But 2 years is crazy. That's
Yeah, well, I was driving.
That's pushing.
and my
impressive, honestly.
tires. Yeah, like it was, safest car.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
You were driving what?
Oh, I was driving and, I was really concerned about the tire pressure light
Yeah.
being on because, like, all my tires were flat, but I was just going to keep driving until I got there. And then I pulled over and just, like, took a quick little nap in the car because I was tired. And then I, like, opened my eyes and I saw, like, the oil sticker up in the corner. And I was like, oh, that says 2023.
We drove to Michigan and got there, and then the next morning I came out and my tire was flat. So we took it in, and the dude is like, I'm not going to charge you because I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to stay filled. He's like, you need something's wrong with your rim, you need a new rim. Still haven't changed that. But now my parking brake is constantly on, and so is my other light, and it's basically saying that like my ABS doesn't exist anymore. So like if I ever do need to slam my brakes on for an accident,
Oh my
going
gosh.
straight
wow.
into the back of that
Wow.
car.
So we really are staying here
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, you guys don't really take car safety very seriously.
I mean, the light's just a suggestion. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's just a
yeah,
suggestion.
It's like, well, and you're like, are you lying to me?
Yeah,
Because
it's like,
sometimes
they don't know
are.
what they want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
I'm
follow
with you
by
on that.
the rules.
Me too.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
You guys are saying the opposite. You do not follow the rules. I follow the rules.
No, I'm like, you have to be really hurt,
Yeah.
And I feel like they're like, it's not really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, really quick, we have another segment,
Okay.
which I think you're going to enjoy this.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so me and Chloe we're in like the hip pages, like Hip Hermitage, Hip Lebanon. They're just like community pages.
Comes
so
in
we,
those.
yeah, so we love to like screenshot some good posts from there and read them out loud. Chloe, did you want to go first or did you want me?
Either one.
Okay, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is kind of angry mom, I think, angry mom status or angry dad. I don't know.
Okay.
We love
They're
angry.
anonymous. He's a top contributor to the page, though, so you guys should know that.
Ooh.
And hopefully, you guys think this is funny. So this is from Halloween. I posted it I screenshotted it like right after our last podcast that we filmed.
Okay.
So for those of you that leave bowls of candy out for kids and teenagers equals known for silly, ridiculous, unprofessional, and otherwise reckless behavior. I have great news. I'm the spokesperson for Jenna Happy Pants. She is the official comptroller for Halloween and road conditions in MJ. I can tell you that she is very on top of this behavior from these reckless teenagers.
Yeah.
For taking candy out of
Someone needs to be.
right because they're not allowed to. I can tell you that she finds this behavior unacceptable and will not stop until every $3 plastic bowl is recovered. There is no need to post any more pictures of your missing bowl. Please reach out to Jenna or myself directly, and we will launch a full investigation.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just to save some time, we would appreciate if you answered the following questions in advance of your interview. Did you, on the night of Halloween, decide not to control the candy disbursement at your home and leave out a bowl of candy so you wouldn't have to answer the question trick or treat? That's most important.
I could see
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That makes sense.
And therefore, have no control over the amount of said candy that would be taken by each Halloween participant, while fully knowing children and ridiculous teens would be coming to get said candy.
Oh my God.
So that's important to note
Wow.
because, I mean, if you just gave up that control, it might be on you and we can't recover that $3 bowl. Like, I get what they're getting at there.
Yeah.
So that was I thought that was a really important issue that they brought to light in Mount
Wow.
Juliet. So
I'm
I
so
was
glad, though.
I'm grateful
it's really
for
nice of
Jenna
them.
Happy Pants and also for,
Like, I feel like they should make that a department at
It
the
should
police
be.
force in Mount Juliet.
it sounds like they're on top of making that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because who else is going to do it?
Can you bring that attention to Matt? at the next meeting for
Oh
Nashville?
yeah, because your fiance is what is his role in the community?
He's literally just on the HOA. It's really
He's on the HOA, ladies and gentlemen. And he wears it like a badge of honor.
I also like we just like live in Nashville, so I don't know how much say he's gonna have
That's fair.
on Juliet.
Yeah, that's
He
fair.
goes to like an entire Nashville meeting. And he's like, guys, we got to crack down on this.
He gets
Like,
all the
this is-
HOAs together
Yeah.
in Mount Juliet.
Honestly, I could see Matt doing that though. Anyways, I loved that. I also loved that they called out that these plastic bowls are only $3. And I genuinely was reading this and I'm like, I can't tell if this is a joke or not. But I kind of think
No,
it's serious.
No, I think it's serious.
But
Some of the
it's
stuff
ridiculous
people do.
enough to me while I was reading it that I was like, this could be a joke and I could just not be getting
No,
never a joke.
that's real.
you don't take it to the Hit Mount Juliet page if it's a joke.
so true. Okay, cool.
Unless we should launch our own police force in Mount Juliet.
Just
Oh,
policing candy
We
bowls
gotta
like
think
around
about it.
Okay.
Maybe we're policing the police that are policing the candy bowls. You know?
Sounds like we're adding funding to the police if we're doing this.
It's interesting though. It's interesting.
Well,
Okay.
we can think about it.
Yeah, we'll kick around some ideas.
Perfect.
What was your post you screenshotted?
Okay, I'm bringing up a really old one, which
Okay.
I should have just done last week.
No, I love it.
Because I don't know if Adam's heard this.
Yeah.
This was posted. So this is old. This is
Okay.
well, I guess it's not that old. Probably like I guess a little over a year ago. But it was posted like 5 days before I moved into my apartment in Mount Juliet. And you must know that across the street is the movie theater.
Oh.
So someone posted and said, just saw a news story on Channel 5 about bed bugs in Providence Regal Cinema. The husband had 42 bites and his wife had 18. Theater management and owners, Regal Cinemas, wouldn't even refund ticket prices.
I mean,
That is okay.
You know?
The refund on the ticket's actually kind of crazy to me that they wouldn't
That
do
is
that
a little
because
crazy.
Super. Yeah.
Well, especially because they have those prices so high. Like their
Yeah.
profit margin on those are ridiculous.
they don't make anything from ticket prices actually.
Wait, really?
All
Really?
of it. That's why popcorn and soda is so expensive because all of it goes back to like.
Okay, but that doesn't
production.
make sense. Oh, I guess because they probably have more staff and stuff and more overhead. But I was gonna say because like there's like smaller theaters like the Roxy in Lebanon, and it's like $9.50 every single night to go see
Or just
any
go to the
movie that's
drive-ins.
relative or relevant. Yeah,
Yeah, because you get like 2 movies.
And the food is
and it's
so cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can bring your own food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time
No, you can't.
I just want you to know that, yeah, you're not supposed to. But I want you to know that every time I've gone to that movie theater now, I'm so nervous. The last time I went, I actually made Ryan check under the seats after we left, or like when we were
bed
leaving.
bugs?
Yes, to make sure I'm so scared now every time I go in there.
I don't like
Oh my
that
gosh,
at
I
all.
thought you were talking about the drive-in
No.
movie
Yeah,
theater.
no.
And I was like, what?
No, the Providence movie theater, like every time I go now, which it's the most convenient, so I'm
It
not going to
is, that's
stop
the one.
going. But now I just always check under my chair.
Like
Bed
you're
bugs.
just gonna see them like chilling under there. What?
Well, hey, I studied what the picture looked like on that photo on the post, so I know what post she's talking about. Okay,
That's
very
disheartening.
crazy.
I do have
like
another
it.
one. This one's really short and sweet, super short.
Excited.
Yeah, this anonymous person says, "This is a question for men.
Okay.
Can you and do you cook?"
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, that's it. She just wants to know if men can cook, and do you if you can.
How many responses?
Aren't like most people on Food Network men? Like
actually really
95%
fair.
of
That
them.
is true.
That's fair. We don't have a lot of women representation. We got Rachel Ray.
Yeah, which didn't she said some things I'm pretty sure she shouldn't
Yeah, I
have
think
said.
she's.
Yeah, I
I think
do
she's got
think-
canceled multiple times.
Yeah.
I
She
don't.
makes a
I have no
sandwich
clue
so,
why.
like,
but-
crazy because they
Yeah.
always look.
Yeah,
they
she's
look
got
so
some good Sammys.
Yeah, she was on Gilmore Girls. That's huge.
There was also I can't remember. I feel like she was Italian. She was blonde.
I forget her name is. Yeah,
And then we've got the girl that they made the memes about that because she pours too much.
so much like her.
Would you guys know what I'm talking about? She makes
never
cocktails.
seen
one
it.
shot.
Yeah, she makes cocktails, or she did in this episode. Yeah, and she goes, "We're just gonna add 1 shot of vodka," and she's just pouring it and pouring it and pouring it. So it became like a funny like meme video, whatever. But yeah, it was really funny.
Oh no.
But I loved that
That's so funny.
anonymous. It was a woman. She was just like, "Men, can you and do you?"
Good question, Stas.
I thought it was hilarious. Okay, so moving on to our main thing today.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about the Grammys. It's coming in February.
Okay.
And we wanted to talk to you about this specifically because
I'm okay.
Go ahead.
No.
Because you're because he is a conspiracy
I
theory
love it,
fanatic.
dude. Yeah, I'll go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and there's been
absolutely.
like a ton of conspiracy theories like just swirling around the interwebs right now about that. But before we dive into the conspiracies, I actually, since it hasn't come out yet, I have I wrote down all of the people that are like nominated, and I would love to talk about who you guys and who we all want or are hoping to win.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so record of the year right now is Texas Hold'em, Beyonce, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, 360, Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan, and then Fortnite by Taylor Swift, and Post Malone. And this one was interesting to me, Now and Then by the Beatles, which
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that was really interesting to me, too.
Yeah, so I was looking it up because I was interested in why this was relevant right now.
That's weird.
Was it Paul McCartney or was it John Lennon? I think it was John Lennon. I'm sorry. Okay. I think it was John Lennon. It doesn't matter. But
Isn't John Lennon not with us?
no, so sorry, 1973. In 1973. No, yeah. No, so in 1973 he recorded like a piano and just vocal version
Gotcha.
of that song, and it's the first AI supported, like it wasn't fully it wasn't fully created by AI, but it was like supported in production. I guess is how they worded it or something like that. So basically AI helped it become what it is now from the version that I think John Lennon had put out in 1973. So the original release date is 1973, but technically 2023 because that's so anyways, interesting because it's the first one to ever be nominated for a Grammy that was like
That's cool.
partially AI.
That's scary.
Created. It is scary. But also I do really love that track. So anyways, based off of those songs, who are you guys hoping to win record of the year? Chloe, you go first. I'm interested to know because I feel like Chloe's going to say, I feel like I know what you're going to say.
You're going to say Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I actually think that she's going to win or if I just like want her to win. You know what I mean?
I think Kendrick Lamar.
Actually?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that song before today. I'm really not going to
Really?
lie. No one be mad at
I
me.
feel
No
like
one
he's
yell
the
at me.
first artist in a while that's been calling out everybody on their BS.
Well, okay. Also, I will say Kendrick. So I haven't listened to Kendrick in a while since probably high school. And I don't know, honestly, if he's put out anything before this project that he just did. But I was listening to it before we came here today, and I love the way his vocals sound on this album.
Oh, yeah, they're really
It's
good.
different than what his old, like, I mean, it's still him, but the way that they're produced sounds different, and I really, really like it. It's really
No,
cool.
I agree.
Can I listen? What's the first line in the song?
Do you want me to rap it for you?
Do you know what it is?
No, but also I wouldn't do it for you if I did.
There's this clip. There's this like
Do you want me to pull it up,
bigger
Chloe?
like content creator named Kai Sennett, and he had Drake on, and he was like, "Do you want to put on some music or something like that?" Or maybe it might have been a different streamer. He's like, "Yeah, you can put on whatever you want," and he put on "Not Like Us" in front of Drake because it's about Drake,
That is savage.
and Drake just like got up and walked out. So funny.
Wait, you said this was in a stream or in
Yeah,
a
it was
live?
like a live stream, like or QXC. I forget what his name is, but it's like a big like content creator,
Oh, okay.
and he had Drake on and played that.
That is
So
savage.
funny.
I don't think that's the song I was thinking about. Still haven't heard it.
Okay, well, you'll
Though
have to
I
listen
did-
to
I
it.
probably listened to a little bit of it.
So for record of the year, I thought I would lean towards Sabrina Carpenter, but I think Chappell Roan, which is kind of crazy because I think Chappell Roan's great, but it's just not particularly the type of music that I like to listen to normally.
Yeah.
But that song, Good Luck Babe specifically, I
Yeah.
really, really like that song. Like start to
really like
finish,
that song.
everything about it, I really like that track. So.
It also reminds me of one of the theme songs. You guys ever watch Austin Powers?
Yeah.
The chorus sounds like a theme song for like one of the Austin Powers.
See, I need to
It
watch
does.
Austin
Yeah.
It
Powers.
does.
You know what one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to watch even
I
more
forget
now.
how it goes, but
The theme song to Austin Powers. Okay, I'm gonna read album of the year nomination. So Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Barat, Charlie XCX,
yeah, I guess I don't know.
Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, and then The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, Chappell Roan, The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift, Andre 3000, New Blue Sun, and then Cowboy Carter, Beyonce. And then I'm gonna butcher this, so I'm just don't know how to say it at all. So I'm just going to guess Digesse, Volume 4 by Jacob Collier, which I hadn't heard before today.
Jacob
but
Collier's crazy.
So what are you guys thinking? Album of the year. I feel like that's a big decision.
I don't know.
Because it's like you have to think about like the whole project as a whole instead of just like one
I
song.
don't think I've really been listening to albums.
That's fair.
So I don't know.
I feel like for what I think, like I either think it's going to be Beyonce or I think it's going to be Sabrina.
Probably gonna be
And not
Sabrina,
even just because
yeah.
like I want it to be Sabrina. I'm like, she had so many like singles come off that went
And,
like number
every
one.
writer
Yeah.
on that album is just like
Oh yeah, it's nuts. It's
yeah,
nuts.
it's nuts.
Yeah. I was just looking at Amy Allen's discography like a couple days ago, and I was just like,
she's her.
wow, I really want to see what your house looks like.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking short and sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, because I think the album as a whole, top to bottom, appeals to so many people. So many people are gonna like that album. But then, yeah, of course, the writers on it, the writing is incredible. I think the production's great, the melodies, everything. It's awesome.
No, it's crazy. Yeah.
But I was gonna say I also kind of love and wish that "Hit Me Hard and Soft" by Billie Eilish would win, because that album is incredible. And I think it's a different thing. Like I think the Sabrina Carpenter album is like very masterfully pop.
Yeah.
It's
No, it is.
masterful pop. But the Billie Eilish album is just artistry. Like it's you know what I mean? But it's still so digestible as just like a normal someone who listens to music and just likes music. You don't have to be like an artist or a musician to love it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. It's very, it's art. It's really good.
It's
I'm
really
glad
good.
that you like it too. She's back there like, yeah. Okay, cool. Song of the year,
Okay.
a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi.
I love that song.
love that song. And then Birds of a Feather, Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Have you guys heard that song?
I listened on my way here.
I'm gonna be honest.
am not
I
a fan.
Okay.
have clicked skip it every time it's come on.
Yeah, I cannot.
Yeah, sorry
there's
there,
something about that
bros.
song. Speaking of Bruno Mars, have you guys heard that APT song he has? I don't know if that's how
No.
you say it, but Apt. You've heard it? Yeah. Oof. I cannot stand that song.
You're
'Cause,
making me really want to
There's
listen
like
to
a.
well, I mean, it's popular. It was very popular on the charts.
I learned something interesting about Good Luck Babe. The producer, I don't remember if he sped it up or slowed it down, but the chorus is 1 BPM either way. I forget which one, like than the rest of the song. Like,
Oh, interesting.
It just
Oh,
gets
really?
one faster or one slower for the chorus and then goes back to normal.
That makes me want to just like talk to him and be like, so why?
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
cool.
know why.
Interesting.
Like, what was the.
But if you listen to it again, I feel like you can tell and it's like, oh, it's kind of cool. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, that's cool. I
I'm
like that.
going to listen for it now.
I like how they like really slow that song down at the end too, and it
do
like
too.
fades out. I think that's really cool.
I also like the bridge in that song a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we also have "Not Like Us," Kendrick Lamar, and then we have "Please, Please, Please" by Sabrina Carpenter, and then "Texas Hold'em." What do you guys think?
I'm gonna
Song
go
of the
ahead
year.
and say Texas Hold'em's like the bottom.
That's the last one you want to win.
I want that to be last place.
I don't think they give them places.
They
it's
should
just
start.
you win or
Maybe
not.
they should start.
Start at the bottom.
So actually, nobody voted for this one, unfortunately. But Texas Hold'em didn't make the cut.
You know what? Texas Hold'em is so controversial.
How many
People love or
songs
hate
are
that
there?
Song. How many options?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs.
So maybe they do like top 7. They tell you.
Don't list one of them.
Yeah.
See, but I remember, that album coming out and people like being obsessed with it.
No, I mean, I really liked that song when it came out, and then it was very easily overplayed. It's not a forever listener for me, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there are really good songs off of that album. And I think Jack was when we were doing like the Riot House like podcast, he was talking to us about how she like did a lot of research on country. I think he said country music. I'm gonna butcher that, but so don't quote me, but something like that. And he was saying how much he like respected her for that. So I think there's something to be said about that, but I don't personally know what all things need to be said about that. But so that's cool though. I think for all of these songs, I think Please, Please, Please. I
Yeah.
hate to just be on the Sabrina Carpenter train, but that song is so cool.
I forgot all the first songs you listed.
Oh, that's okay. And I will also say Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
great one too.
that's a good one.
And Shabuzi, I mean, come on, that song's just
Oh, yeah,
fun.
that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song's fun. I don't think it should win,
I
but
didn't hear that
No.
until recently. I'd heard Bar Song, like everybody kept saying it, and never heard it until recently.
really?
It's good.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that song.
good,
It's
yeah.
so fun. It's so
No,
fun.
It is good.
But I do feel like for song of the, I think it should be Birds of a Feather or Please, please, please.
I agree with that.
That's a tough one.
I don't know though. It could also be Kendrick.
I think it's Kendrick.
It could also
do.
be Beyonce.
I don't think I've ever heard like more talk about a song than that song.
What?
Not Like Us. Like
Oh,
it's created such a like stir up in the industry that I don't know.
It's so hard for me because I don't like typically listen to that kind of music.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
like-
don't either.
I
Yeah.
have like I feel like I'm like so
I think
unaware of like
Music Brain says probably Please, Please, Please is the winner, but
Mm-hmm.
just as like people, because I don't listen to rap ever, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm gonna listen to Kendrick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I love Kendrick.
He's great.
Okay, best new artist. This is interesting and quick to list off. Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. But Doechii or Doechii maybe. Ray, Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims.
Interesting. Teddy
Yeah.
Swims been around for a bit.
Yeah,
As far
I was
as new
surprised by
artists.
that. Okay, I'm glad you said that too, because
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
But I think that there's like I wonder if there's like some level of like, I don't know if like your singles have to reach a certain point.
that's
Until
fair.
you
Or,
can.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, don't you actually have to apply to be or something or like put your
Well, and I
name
guess
in to be
he's
nominated?
never been like the spotlight. I feel like everybody knows who he is, but he's never been like mainstream.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's fair. That's fair.
But
Well, and even Sabrina Carpenter has 5 other albums out. And
Yeah.
she's still
that's
voted
very
as
true. Yeah.
best
So
new
true.
artist. But I'm pretty sure like you can submit, like someone submits you for it. So I'm like,
Interesting.
maybe you don't submit until you have like
I think
big
it's
singles.
Sabrina Benson. He has that single that like
Yeah.
I don't
no,
know.
but I mean, I agree with you. I do think it's going to be Sabrina, and I don't think Sabrina's going to take all of the ones that we've listed her for.
No, I don't think
I think it'll, but I do think that's one that she has a really good shot of winning just because of how big she's gotten.
the marketing
so
on all of her stuff
fast.
is great. The music videos.
I mean,
are cool,
whoever,
like-
I mean, all the people on her team are just doing an incredible job.
Yeah. Somebody at somewhere was like, we have these resources and like nobody else gets them. except
Yeah,
for
they're
you.
just all going into this
Your
gal.
tour package,
Yeah.
like all of it, like you get all of it.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure. Okay. This one is kind of fun, really quick. So this is best pop duo or group performance. So Us by Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift, Levi's Jeans by Beyonce featuring Post Malone, Guess by Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish, The Boy Is Mine, Ariana Grande with Brandy and Monica, and then Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Sorry,
I
guys.
love both
What
of
was
them,
the
but
one with
no.
Post Malone?
That one is Beyonce featuring Post Malone, Levi's Jeans. I haven't heard it.
I
I
haven't
listened
heard
to
it.
that on the way here too.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that yet.
I actually did like that song.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with The Boy Is Mine, though, by Ariana Grande. And I love it.
Love Gracie Abrams, but not her newest album.
Yeah, I haven't loved it.
That's how I felt
Yeah.
too. And I think the Us song is like upsetting to me because I'm like,
Yeah.
I listen to it and I'm like, I love Taylor
Dude,
Swift. Love Taylor Swift.
this
but I'm
is-
like, this is not.
This is
Like,
how much
I don't
I
know.
like Gracie Abrams.
You're going to pull up your Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah. Number 2.
Oh, wow.
Like I love Gracie Abrams. The last album, it's not. It just felt recycled. Everything was recycled, and then Taylor Swift came on for like 5 minutes, and it was too long. It's just, yeah. It's just
And
a
I
weird.
love Taylor and I really wanted to like the song.
Okay.
But just like, I don't know.
Mine is Boys Like Girls, though. What other song has she featured on? Like, I don't think she's a feature. She's Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I don't know what else she's done.
That's a good question. I'm like,
And the Boys Like Girls thing, she wasn't Taylor Swift yet. She was just
Yeah, that's
Taylor
fair.
Swift.
Wait, this is weird.
she was just
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she has features.
But also like think about how expensive some features are. You have Taylor Swift. Like her dad is like a big producer, I guess. So maybe there's some I don't know, but like how much is that feature?
Yeah, that's so true.
100K or like I don't know.
Well, so to go off of like all of that though, Adam, I feel like you have to also talk about like some of the reasons you've mentioned you don't want Beyonce to win, and therefore,
I don't know that I want to say
oh, what? It's
Dude,
not. You're
she's-
not coming up with
she's
it.
gonna see this and be like, I don't like that
Yeah.
guy. That guy's dead.
Adam goes missing.
Yeah, Adam goes missing. No, you have to tell them about the conspiracy theories. Adam, just
okay.
to be clear, Adam has not started any of these conspiracy theories. He just loves
I just love
He just
to-
loves to.
So
And you're not saying anything is
No, yeah.
one way or another.
no.
You're just saying these are facts.
basically
that are going
for
around.
like
No,
when-
these are theories that are going around,
Yes.
not facts.
and I'm gonna. It's been a while since I've been targeted for any of it, so we're gonna see how much I remember. But like TikTok just decided that for a month straight, I was going to see nothing but Beyonce, Drake, like that whole like P. Diddy situation, whatever. And that's all I was going to see on TikTok.
TikTok said you have to know.
That's and like there's just so many different angles that just make so much sense. But basically, like if you go look at all the videos of people at the Grammys who have won, all of them awkwardly thank Beyonce, like awkwardly. And then JoJo has she said anything recently?
Yeah, she started making these posts and she was like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for posting or something. But now people on the internet are doing a really mean thing to her.
Oh, I know.
You know,
yeah. But basically, like people are saying like you don't think Beyonce, like you basically end up dead or whatever. And like JoJo was the first person that was kind of like, yeah, thanks Beyonce. Anyway, it's about me. Let's get back to it.
Well, and it's not just that. She also did it at a dance. Award show. So it was like not music. And so she was making a point to be like, oh, this is dance, not the Grammys, but just in case to cover everyone's asses.
And then she like went and everybody was making the claim like she posts every day. Like doesn't matter, she's posting every day. After that, she didn't post for a while.
And I question if it's a publicity stunt.
It could be too.
Because
it's so smart if it is.
Yeah.
It's
the whole
so
thing though, way back when Taylor and Kanye, when Kanye came on stage, people think he was saving Taylor because she didn't thank Beyonce.
Such a theory.
And so he came on to be like, no, she had the best album or whatever. And I think Taylor was even like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that and didn't. Like, cause she looks like, I don't know. It's interesting.
I know it's tough because it's hard to believe because you're like, then why did Taylor put out Reputation where she's like, I hate Kanye West and the Kardashians, you know, if she was. But also I agree that everyone thanking Beyonce, like especially Adele, when she like breaks the
just awkward.
part of it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We went down the rabbit hole of like, okay, well, who started the CMAs and like,
or the Grammys?
The Grammys,
yeah.
sorry, who started the Grammys? And like, we went back and like, it goes back to what like the mafia or something like that.
Well, so yeah, I went down a rabbit hole because I was like, I'm gonna find out who started the Grammys. Where's all this crap coming from? And I found out that Frank Sinatra was one of the first people to win a Grammy the very first time they did the Grammys. And I was like looking into his history, and yeah, he has ties to the Italian mafia.
Mob.
Yeah, or the Italian mob, yeah. And the FBI, I mean, this is public knowledge to be clear. This is actual facts. The FBI had like 20, I think it was 22,000 pages on Frank Sinatra because of his ties to the mob. And he always claimed that he wasn't, a part of that or anything. But if you believe in the whole sex trafficking ring and P. Diddy and all of these theories that are around that thing, well, obviously we all believe in what P. Diddy did, but I mean, the theories around that, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it could make sense if it was related to like a mob or like.
One of the producers that started the Grammys or whatever, like strictly worked with Beyonce and other people in that circle at the time too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And he was part of the Frank Sinatra thing.
And something I found interesting is that one of the main, like, I guess, investors or shareholders or whatever in the Grammys is just like a Democratic politician.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Really?
Yeah, I have no clue why. I'm sure there's like a logical explanation, but I looked at it and was like, this is weird to me to see. And he has some sketchy things on his record. I mean, what politician doesn't I feel like. But I was looking at his history and I was like,
Yeah, I don't know. That whole we could talk about that for hours.
For
the whole
hours.
Thing's interesting.
Literally.
And I feel like it's not even just music. It's like that it's just the whole thing. Industry in general, like film, movie, all of it.
I think there's a lot that goes on like under that no one knows about.
Like I always, this is how I've always viewed stuff. So like we might buy something to like make us feel better, right? Like I might buy a new guitar and it's gonna bring me happiness for like a week or two or whatever. And then you're kind of like, I don't really care anymore. It's just in the corner. What happens when you're born with so much money that you've bought everything you could possibly fathom to make you happy? What do you do? You know what I mean? Like where do you go from there?
Yeah.
You literally have nothing else left to buy.
I mean, I would think that like, at least for me, most of the things that I spend money on that bring me joy are actually like trips and like going to a restaurant,
But let's say
or like
you go to that restaurant 100 times, or you go to Italy 500. You know, you've gone there every single year for 20 years. You're kind of like, I've done everything in Italy.
yeah, I can't even imagine ever
You know
having
what I
that much
mean?
money
Like-
to be
like
able
my
to do
brain
that.
Can't even,
can't
like, you
wrap
literally can't
my
even-
head around
no.
that.
No, I mean, I think it would get old, and I think it would be hard to find excitement. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to talk to someone of like that has that much money or
yeah.
has been born into that much money, so they've never experienced anything other than
And
those.
having like actual conversation that's like
yeah.
off record and just, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Totally.
Anyway, we went
Do
on that.
you feel comfortable? I know we're going to be wrapping up soon, but do you feel comfortable to talk about like your personal experience in the industry? Because you actually had some success like early on with He Is We.
Yeah.
And like, do you feel comfortable talking about kind of like your experiences there and within the industry?
Yeah. I'm probably not going to name the one name, but
Yeah.
or actually, I don't know. I don't really know if I care, but there's this one guy. So I got my GED from school when I was like 15 because I was touring a bunch, and like the school was like, we just think you should get it and just drop out. And so the band I was in was called First Flight Out. We're like this pop punk band, I guess, whatever. But we had a meeting with Drive Through Records, which at the time was like the record label to be on if you were in that genre. And so like we met with like the head of the label or whatever. And I mean, everybody else in the band was like 18 to 21. I was just like super young or whatever. I think I just turned 16. And like we get down, can I swear? I guess it's not really swearing.
Yeah.
guess,
I mean,
but-
we can always bleep it out,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we sit down and like the head of it, his name's Richard. Well, you can figure it out if you want to. He laid on the ground and I remember I researched and I remembered this. We all had to wear white socks to the interview. And he laid down and he was like, all four of you are going to walk on my back at the same time. And we're like, what, you know, so we did it. It was super weird, but we did it. And he sits back down at his desk and goes, I'm the dick, you were the pussy. Since then, every single person I have met ever who has also met him walked on his back.
Well,
And it's like, it's just weird.
and you looked up that Reddit. Was it a Reddit
It was
chain
a Reddit,
or something?
yeah.
And like people
it was
were.
just a ton of people. Like my good friends, Mark and Derek, I didn't know that they knew him, but I brought up the conversation. They're like, no way. We walked on his back.
Yeah.
And like,
It's just so
and I'm just
wild.
like, that's just like one, that's
just
nonchalantly like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and that's someone's like lower down in the chain
Yeah, like
too.
that
like
label
it's not
was so small in the scheme of
compared to the
things,
grand scheme of things.
but,
Yeah.
like,
So it's like
even like the label we were on with He's We for the second one, like, I mean, they basically like we had like a big showcase or whatever. All the radio came out, all the label hits came out, and like our manager basically came back and was like, all of you guys are fat and you're on a diet now.
yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I was like 195.
No,
It wasn't
yeah.
even like, but they're like,
It's-
you were no longer eating carbs. You're on a, yeah. I can't even though even though a singer of like a certain band's like a terrible person, I'm also curious like what happened
To her for her to be
'cause
that way.
I went on like today actually on my way there. I was like, I'm just going to listen to the old songs. I just want to just,
From
go
He
down
Is We,
memory-
you mean?
From He Is We and
Yeah.
She Is We with that whole thing.
yeah.
yeah.
And like some of the songs she wrote later, I feel like there's a song Monster that
Oh, I
she
remember
talks
that one.
about her being 19. And I'm like, that's like around the time she started going a little bit like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder what happened. Like, well, and like the band I went to California with, like for that whole drive-through thing, we stayed with our manager. And like, even while we were at my manager's house, he had like prostitutes come to the freaking apartment and stuff. And he was like Guns N' Roses manager. Like he was like a big deal in that and stuff like that. And I'm like, just that alone, I'm like 16 and just
Yeah.
seemed like, what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if I'm doing that in this tiny pop punk band, like,
Right. What's
I don't
happening
know. And,
to
yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm curious, like if something actually happened to Rachel and
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
and just nobody believed her.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Thanks for sharing that. I feel like that was like, I don't know, it just felt like super relevant when I
Yeah,
heard
no,
you talk
yeah.
about that to like the
Yeah.
stuff with P. Diddy and all that stuff going around. So I really wanted to
That's
like,
why I don't know. I strongly think that stuff's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're not going to say anything because who's going to believe you? Or like
Yeah.
they've threatened you or they blackmailed you.
Right.
I think like most of the P. Diddy stuff, like people didn't know they were on camera or they were told after like, hey, those girls are underage and we have you on camera with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like at that point, like
They
you
can hold
either
it over
ruin
you.
your life and your family's life and everybody around
Yep.
you, or you just suck it up and deal with it.
Which I feel like that's the likelihood of
I
what
think
happened.
that's like,
Oh,
same with like
totally.
the Epstein stuff. I feel like most of that is like, hey, dude, we got you like messing with 16-year-olds or something.
yeah.
I don't know. It's just, yeah,
I
it's
just-
gross.
It's like scary. Like I feel like
Yeah.
the whole entertainment business as a
No,
whole
it
is
really
like
is,
scary.
yeah.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, even like the weight stuff and like them telling you guys
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
which,
mean,
like,
I think
I get it. Like,
Yeah.
but also like people don't care. Like,
I think it's changed a lot with
Yeah.
you know, artists being able to kind of sell themselves and present
Yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
without being on a label. It's like they can just be who they want. And if people are gonna buy it, then like they don't have to change.
Yeah. And I think there's like, obviously, like you want to try to be in shape and stuff, but there's like ways you can say it. Of like, because I mean, he literally said like, they think you're all fat and you're on a diet.
Oh, yeah,
now.
they're
Like,
ruthless.
It's just like,
They're ruthless.
you could have been like, hey, so like they, you know, they want you to start going to the gym and working out a little bit and stuff like that. But it was just like,
But it's also like we're doing music. It's like
we're doing,
we're
the
doing
we're the
music.
band. Like,
why?
Yeah.
But even for like the lead singer, it's like we're
Well, and I mean-
playing music.
I
It's
mean,
like, I don't
they
know.
also said like, because like technically I was like a hired gun, even though like I'd been with her from the beginning, but they've told us like, just know like you're replaceable with literally anybody in LA like that. So like, just be along for the ride until you're not. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Thanks for sharing all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. Hopefully one dude just, you know, I don't even care. Whatever. Like, what is he gonna do?
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. And also, this is just our second episode. No one's watching
No, for
this.
sure.
No, except us.
Yeah,
Except us,
we're
no.
the only ones watching this. No, I'm
But
just kidding.
I'm curious though if there's other musicians out there who know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, actually,
And,
with
like,
that, like, make sure you
yeah.
guys send if you feel comfortable, like,
Yeah.
send us any stories that you want, and we can read them anonymously.
Yeah.
We'd love to share.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
for sharing.
Yeah, dude.
Really quick before we leave and wrap up, like,
Yeah.
we wanted to ask. Did you still want to ask?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but because we've been like talking about it all day.
'Kay.
And like
Well,
we
not just all day. I mean, weeks,
whole lives.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
our whole lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, our whole lives.
Yeah. And so we were just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did you like being in a band better with?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I got like neither of you, yeah. If I had to like pick either
No. No.
one. But
No, I mean, like, really think about it.
yeah,
and like
yeah,
which
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you
yeah.
could wish that you weren't in a band with either of us. I respect that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, us.
But which one did you like being in a band with better?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the question.
I gotta be anywhere else right now. If,
Oh.
if we want
Oh.
to just, yeah, we can schedule something for later.
Oh.
Something. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming. That was. We really enjoyed having you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Did you feel like that was weird?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think it was the band question, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that. But
No.
you still want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, what did you have for lunch today?